Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Football Manager with Edinburgh City. So this is our first fixture update of the second season. Now we are playing in League 1. Our friendlies were a bit mixed. I mean, we beat Liverpool under 23s, which was an awesome upset, and then we lost 6-1 to Chelsea under 23s. So try and ignore that one. Home to Dumbarton in the cup, we gave it a good goal, but ultimately lost. Ditto Partick. Really poor result against Preston Athletic. We beat them in penalties, but after a draw, which is a poor result. Livingston away pretty much just got battered there. And then we went on to the league. So our first league time we were up against Airdrieonians. As you see here, a 2-0 victory for ourselves against Airdrieonians. Kyle Wilkie, who is a new signing coming into the club from East Fife. He played in League 1 last season and did pretty well for East Fife. He's got some decent stats there. I mean, 4.5 stars ability. You know, our best attacking midfielder by a mile according to this. A good player at this level. So we had 16 shots to their 9, an encouraging start in League 1 here. Unfortunately, Kyle Wilkie did go down injured, but it wasn't too serious. 16 shots to their 9, as I say. 9 on target compared to their 2. 21 fouls to their 14, but again, just niggly fouls there, nobody getting booked in the game. 52% possession to their 48, so they gave us a fairly even game there. But we did get off with a win in our first game up in League 1. Over 1,000 people in attendance at this one, which is excellent news. 138 away supporters, but we're packing them in now compared to what we were getting in League 2. We move on to the next game away at Peterhead. A 1-1 draw, only 57 away fans, but not a lot of action in this one. The 85th minute we actually take the lead, so I thought we'd nicked the 3 points. Unfortunately, Ryan Strachan for Peterhead 3 minutes later gets the point, and it ends 1-1, but not bad for our first away game up in League 1. 11 shots to their 9, 3 on target apiece, 20 fouls to their 7, so we were a bit more the aggressive team, if we put it that way. 1 booking for ourselves for Mark Laird, 59% possession to their 41. So still bossing the ball and pretty much getting our game going just as we did in League 2. So definitely encouraging from the first 2 fixtures. We move on to the next game at home to Queen's Park, which is a disappointing 1-0 loss. A very, very bitty game. 6 bookings for ourselves, 2 for Queen's Park. Very aggressive stuff. 17 fouls to their 10. We actually had 12 shots to their 5. 5 on target for us, just the 1 on target for them, and it's been the decisive goal. Again, over 1,000 fans at this game. 58% possession for ourselves, so we're playing well. But unfortunately we just get punished, you know, little bit of quality at this level. John Scullion there, 22 years old at Queen's Park, not a bad player, proved decisive. So our first defeat, which is, you know, disappointing, bit hard to take it coming that way, but you know, 1-1-1 to start the league campaign, can't complain with that, up in a new higher division, not conceding many goals either. Montrose next up in the Petrofac Training Cup second round. 1-0 victory for ourselves, but we did batter them pretty much the whole game. 15 shots to their 5. We actually didn't have a single shot on target all day out of those 15 shots, and it's a Gary Fraser own goal that wins us the game there. Not exactly a vintage performance, but as I say, firmly in control for the whole thing. 61% possession to their 39, 24 fouls to their 13, and only 1 booking. So not a bad game there. 996 in attendance, so not bad for just a Petrofac Training Cup game. We move on after that, out away at Brechin, again in the league, a 0-0. And a very, very scrappy game here. We were putting the boot in this one. 2 bookings for them and 6 for ourselves. 18 fouls to their 7, 3 on target to their 2, 13 shots to their 6, with 63% possession to their 37. It was a very scrappy game, this one. Pretty much just breaking up play the whole time and stopping them playing and stopping us playing, and it was a 0-0 all over it. You know, 90 fans away at this one, up at Brechin. And a good 0-0, I guess, you know, away from home, playing up at a higher level, having just been promoted. Getting a point away is good, especially with the clean sheet. So after that we move on to Forfar, who actually got promoted with us. So this is one of those games we're looking to win. Sadly we don't manage it. 23 shots to their 10, 12 on target to their 2, and they've held out for a 0-0 here, so gutted about that one. 15 fouls to their 11, 2 bookings to their 1, 57% of the possession in the game. We were pretty much battering away for the whole game here, but unfortunately they've held out. Grant Adam, their goalkeeper, has actually got the man of the match in this one. So, you know, you have to give them credit, I suppose, for digging in and getting the result, kind of like we did against Brechin there. So after that, we're away at Stranraer, who last season we knocked out the cup. So we were kind of confident going into this one. Unfortunately, Lewis Allen puts us behind after 17 minutes. But Dean Cummings and Richard Roy being a new signing up top for us there, excuse me, they put us 2-1 up at half time. Lewis Allen, however, strikes quickly again in the second half, and we're all tied up after 56 minutes. A pretty decent game here. 17 shots for ourselves, 15 for them, 9 on target to just their 4, 12 fouls to their 14 with 1 booking apiece, 59% possession for ourselves, but unfortunately a Chris McKee own goal at the 85th minute does consign us to defeat. And we do lose the game 3-2 against Stranraer. That was the last league game we've played. We played Greenock Morton, a higher league opposition, away from home in the Petrofac Training Cup. We do lose this one 4-2. We gave it a decent effort, but Greenock Morton just too strong a side for us. I mean, Craig Moore with both 2 goals for them. If you look at him, he's absolute quality compared to our players. Miles better than what we have. And they were just too strong for us at this stage in our development. Kind of like the game against Hearts last season. We did get ourselves on the score sheet with 2 goals. We were behind after 9 minutes to a penalty. We actually equalise. We were only 1 down at half time. We equalise in the 54th minute for 1 each. But first of Craig Moore's goals, just 1 minute after we equalise, puts us behind. Then 6 minutes after, Craig Moore again. We're 3-1 down, pretty much game over. Adam Watson gets us back into it in the 70th minute, but unfortunately for us, Danny Galbraith scores for Morton and puts the tie beyond any doubt. 4-2, 22 shots to our 8, and they've got 12 on target to just our 4. They didn't, this is ridiculous because this would never happen in a real game, but they didn't commit a single foul. We committed 25, with a fifth of those resulting in bookings, so a total of 5 yellow cards for ourselves. 51% possession to their 49, so a very, very even game in terms of having the ball, but they just had that bit of quality too much for us. Almost 3,000 people at this game, 232 away fans, so a decent turnout for us. But ultimately we are out of that, so it's been a bit of a sketchy start. You know, we've had 1 win, discounting the League Cup, which I don't really care. I think of almost that as a warm-up for the league season at this point for us. We get a good win against Airdrieonians. We've had 3 hard-fought draws and 2 tough defeats in the league, so we've got off to not a bad start. We take a look at league table here. We are sitting in 7th place with 6 points, 1 win, 3 draws, 2 losses, 0 goal difference. We are 1 point ahead of Forfar, 3 ahead of Brechin and 4 ahead of Peterhead there. We're sitting 2 behind St Mirren, 4 points behind Stenhousemuir and Queen's Park, 5 behind Queen of the South and the Airdrieonians, and a pretty significant 9 points behind Stranraer. So it looks like Stranraer will probably be winning this league, with Craig Malcolm leading the way. He does actually play for Stranraer. He's not a loanee. He's leading the scoring charts. He's got the best average rating in the league, and he's leading the assist chart there. So a quality player it looks like for them, and he'll probably lead them to the league title here. But basically we're wanting to survive and consolidate in this league this season. So next next batch of fixtures will be coming up in the next episode. I hope you guys are enjoying these Edinburgh City episodes, these wee little roundup episodes here. Just more of a journey for this one rather than the day-to-day that the Chelsea or the Real Madrid series are. So, as I always say, if you could drop a like down below, that would be fantastic. It helps more than you realise, and I will see you next time for our next update.